running with a flag to honor the fallen. What started as a spur-of-the-moment idea is now Flags4Fallen, an organization touching hundreds of families across 42 states and 3 countries. The Portland, Indiana veteran behind it started it all in Fort Wayne.
I just want the family to look at this and say, we did everything we could, because anything we're doing is we're doing with excellence. That was on a plaque somewhere at Fort Bragg. I've never forgot it.
Richard Clark still lives out the lessons learned long ago in the Army. He served in the U.S. Army 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg.
I was infantry, so I was a machine gunner for a while and a squad leader.
And a paratrooper, completing 54 jumps.
I'm afraid of heights, so that was a really big deal.
Clark is also a runner. In 2012, he signed up for the Fort for Fitness half marathon in Fort Wayne.
I decided the night before to buy a flag, wrapped it up, and I put a black towel around it to signify mourning. I thought that was what I should do, because I was thinking Iraq and Afghanistan.
In the final stretch, he ran through Parkview Field and across the finish line with the flag flying high above his head.
I had no idea what to do when I got finished. And so I went up in the crowd, and there was a lady that I'd never met before, and I gave her the flag, and her son was a KIA from Iraq. And so I started doing that at all my races. I would just pick a stranger and give it to him, and it felt great, but it kind of felt hollow, and I didn't know what to do with it. And then it just dawned on me one day to reach out to a family and carry the flag for that family member. Next thing you know, I had other runners want to get involved.
510 flags, 42 states, and 3 countries later, Flags4Fallen is giving families a new memory of their lost loved one.
It feels so good. It feels like just like she's here.
In this year's Fort for Fitness, Richard carried a flag for Madison Clark. She was 20 years old when she died in 2016.
Absolute beautiful soul.
Flags4Fallen carries flags for anyone gone too soon.
The flag is for everybody. It represents unity. So we offer this for everybody.
17 runners carried flags to honor 21 people in this year's races, each one with a folding ceremony and often a presentation to family just past the finish line.
He was something special. We miss him.
16-year-old Drake Giger died during football practice in Omaha, Nebraska. His mom and sister made the drive to Fort Wayne to accept his flag.
We're going to hold on to this memory forever, so we're really thankful.
We'd like to present you this flag so you know Uncle Lou is never forgotten.
Family can't always be at the race to receive the flag, like for fallen Richmond police officer Sierra Burton, and the flag carried by 11-year-old Lillian Hines.
I carried a flag for Kaios Kelly. He was the first nurse to die from COVID. He lived in New York and didn't get to say goodbye to any of his family, which was really sad. We just have to carry it for them. We're trying to do our best to honor the people we can.
It's just riveting. It's so powerful. It means so much to see all this compassion in one area.
The flag for Maddie now sits on her mom's mantle, and her aunt plans to pay it forward.
I'm going to carry a flag next year.
I just want one person to feel what I felt, what she felt. Goosebumps, there's no words to describe it.
And you feel it, you see it in their eyes. When you hug them, they're trembling, but you know it's a good tremble, you know? And there's tears, but they've had so much pain. And now they have some joy. Maybe it's for a day, but they're gonna have that flag, they're gonna have the pictures, so they can look at it anytime they want and bring themselves right back to this moment. We're trying to give one of our days of our life and dedicate it to them, so their memories just never die.
Never forget this.
And you can see how you can get involved with Flags4Fallen in this story on the Veterans Voices page of Wayne.com.